Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Lee Rebecca and I'm now a third year medical student, which is absolutely amazing. All praise to God above. I feel like I've learned so much. Just the way you learn in medical school is unlike anything else. I feel like cannot compare to GCSEs or A levels. But yeah, it's just such a great feeling to now be third year. In my university, we have like lots of lectures in the first 3 years, and then after that it's like a lot of placement and a lot of exams. So yeah, I feel really happy to be in this position now and feel like I can help the younger years for things that I wish I knew a few years ago. So if you're a first year medical student, this is the video for you. Congratulations for getting into medical school. Honestly, let yourself bask in it, let yourself enjoy what you've accomplished, but it's time to get to work. Like, I can't lie, the first semester of medical school is definitely hard work, because that's where you're doing the principles of medicine, the core. When we were going into the lectures, it was just like, you know, mitosis, meiosis. They definitely ease you in. Like, we had the meiosis, mitosis, and just like, you know, we've been doing this from day one of biology, so it wasn't that bad. I think it's good to kind of ease yourself in, get into the good flow of work. And I actually had a first year ask me while I was in Christian Union, like, what's your advice? And I'd say, even though the work isn't as hard as you think it will be, and it's probably going to get harder, I think it's good to build the study habits and get yourself to that library. The biggest factors, I think, is just trying to do, I would say listen and often, but it's kind of a lot and often. But honestly, just that daily process just helps you really drill things into your memory. And by the time you have your exams and your mocks, you won't be as stressed as you would be if you were just, you know, coasting through the year, studying in your room, watching Netflix. Here in the library, you have that kind of positive peer pressure. So you see the older years, you see other courses, you see graduate. In my university, we have a lot of like PhD students and master students. So I think it's not just, you know, for the studying aspect of being in the library, but it's also you can meet older years and just kind of build those connections throughout the university. So yeah, if you're first year, definitely get yourself to that library or that study space. Don't lock yourself up in your room or go home too much. Like, I can't lie, in first year I was on that train home. Like, so having spoken about connections, I think it's really important to try and get some advice from the older years in your specific university. You might have multiple choice questions, single best answers, long answer questions. You might have an SSC, you might have an anatomy spot, and there's just a lot going on. You can't 100% rely on the advice that everyone online gives you that's just generic. In school and in A levels, you literally have papers and papers of past papers. You have a very specific specification, actually translates into your exam. Meanwhile, in medical school, they give you a breakdown. The breakdown that they use doesn't feel very translated into the exam, so that can be a bit of an issue as well. Made a bit better now that we have the MLA, but there's still a lot of rare diseases that are not included in that list that will be in your exams, and especially genetics and things like that. The biggest things that really helped my confidence in year one was pre-reading / pre-watching. So if you have a video subscription like Osmosis or KenHub or anything like that, definitely make sure that you watch those videos. And on your Google Chrome, whatever browser you use, download a video speed controller so that you can change videos from 1 to 2 to 2.5 or even 3, I can't lie, sometimes times speed, so that you can watch these videos really quickly. When you're in the lecture, it's not the first time ever you're hearing these really long words that don't make sense, and it's just really confusing. So even watching a 2-minute YouTube video is just going to open your eyes so much more and make you more susceptible to studying. During the lecture is probably an hour long. Just doing that 5 minutes, 10-minute video before really helps your understanding and just really makes you feel equipped. You're not really just grasping at straws, and it kind of helps you place where things are and how they connect to other things, which is, you know, interesting to think about. But in medicine, so many things are interconnected and they can be very confusing. So if you instead use pre-reading or pre-watching as a way to give yourself a bigger scope of what the topic is about, it just means that when you're in the lecture, you're not sitting there confused, not paying attention, and just feeling like it's a waste of time. So my friends started making fun of me, but honestly, in the morning I'd wake up, I'd go on the Osmosis app while I'm still in bed, literally find the video, put it at times 2, times 2.5, watch it really quickly, and then while I'm having my breakfast, I just think, what did I watch in that video? The slides are out, so usually the day before or whatever, I would have downloaded the slides, quickly read them all, And then if there's any words that you don't really understand at all, then you can again pre-watch or pre-read those. For me, it's definitely much more productive to watch it before the lecture than after, because you're just really understanding the depth that they use compared to what your lecturers use. In medicine, a lot of your lecturers are not teachers per se, they're consultants who are, you know, doing their 9 to 5 job. In fact, they're not even doing 9 to 5, they've been doing their hard work for literally 10 years. So most of the time they're patient facing, and basically what I mean is that the lecture is not their top priority of the day. So at first I was definitely taking all the lectures as Bible, and I was literally like looking into every single word they were doing, but that was not very high yield. That was not really turning the most investment of my time. And on the contrary, there's also lecturers that don't go into enough detail for what you need to know at an undergraduate level, because, you know, they might have forgotten to say something, or, you know, they're just stressed, or it's not as perfect as it could be. So do not rely on those lectures, and make sure that you're using the lectures kind of as like, you know, an in-person experience for you to really understand and learn and just kind of like, you know, vibe with it, like kind of engage with the content. But then after the lecture, you need to make sure you're using other materials, whether that be online websites, textbooks, videos, and just lots of other sources. There are so many resources that I can go into, but they're honestly endless, and I really do recommend using a lot at once just so that you can see what the kind of scope is. But, that was kind of the academic side. But for a first year medical student, I have to say that in first year it's probably the best it's going to be. So in the older years it's going to get worse which is not nice to hear, I suppose. But what I mean by that is you're the least busy that you're going to be, you have the least responsibilities, you have the least of like everything, you have the most time probably. So even though you're stressed and you're feeling imposter syndrome and all these other things, make sure you do enjoy your year. Go to all the balls, go to all the events, sign up to committees, sign up to societies, sign up to everything. Go to London, go to the museum, go to the cafe. Honestly, just enjoy life. I always was going home. I think it's good that I did, because there was times in second year and third year where it's like I'd love to go home but I can't, because we've got lectures or clinical skills, and that's me. Now the timetables have changed, it's a lot more busy. Make sure that you enjoy your year. Try and network, make yourself a LinkedIn, look at some events, and just try to make yourself really well-rounded. That's just my quick tips for I'd want to tell a first year medical student. There's honestly so many more, and I appreciate everyone who's been messaging me and, you know, saying all these things. Even on TikTok I've been getting messages, which is nice. But yeah, I hope everyone who's a first year has been settling in well, and just know you've got 5 years, so don't burn yourself out or anything. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.